No, that's the thing.
Can you hear me now?
Well, we live right now, so I don't
Okay.
know. I would think so.
No, I'm asking you, can you hear me?
The whole world could hear you asking me that. So yes, I can hear you. We're
I just
live.
want I just want to make sure, Ashley, whether
No,
we're
I'm
live
just
or
saying
not.
we're
I
live.
know, whether we're live
Oh
or
yeah,
not, I still
I
want to
can
make
hear
sure.
you. Can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we're having some technical difficulties. So I'm hoping you can see me. I'm hoping you can hear me. Um, I can't see at all, but we're gonna get through this. Um, we're gonna get through this the best way we know how. There's nothing wrong with making a mess and then just going doing how you're doing it. So I got it playing through my computer, and for some reason, I couldn't hear my sister through her phone, so I decided to log on through my phone. So I can hear her now. So hopefully you guys can hear me as well. If anybody can put a comment in there, that'll be awesome. Um, let's see. Can you see us both? Okay, here we go. Look at me, I got my questions. Well, first, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're now broadcasting live on Facebook. Um, well, I see comments. Hey, Juan. Hey, sis. So we're on Facebook, we're on my YouTube channel, and then we're on my personal page. So thank you guys for joining us today. And if you're catching the replay, thanks for joining the replay. I do apologize, we did get started a little late because we have technical difficulties. So
Technical
hopefully everybody can hear us.
difficulties.
Wanda, can you hear us? Are we coming in clear? Oh God. So anyway, let's get started. Sorry, you guys. Y'all know I'm a random person and sometimes I'm all over the place, but nevertheless, the whole gist of this get together was for me to come on today and want to say loud and clear, interview my older sister. So I want to thank you first off for taking the time out of your busy day for joining us. And as you guys can see in her background, she is currently in her classroom. So I know she looked at the smile. She's definitely excited. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we want to talk to you today, Miss Tharrington, about back to school buzz. You're currently working for Durham Public Schools, and I could go on and on about you because I know you personally and you're my sister. But I definitely admire your patience and the work you do and what you and thousands of other God sent human beings are doing out here as a teacher. Because I feel like you guys are just as special as the doctors and the nurses because you guys get to nurture folks' kids and children.
Yay.
And so, so what I want to do is I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been a teacher, how long you've been in the industry, and what do you enjoy doing? Well, what do you enjoy about being a teacher?
Okay. Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for my intro, Ashley. As my sister stated, please call me Sherita. Miss Tharrington only occurs when I'm in class with my kids. Um, but I've been with Durham Public Schools ever since 2005. This will be my 17th school year here at Spring Valley. I started out in 2005 at Oak Grove Elementary School, which is a school I actually attended when I was a child. And then due to oversizing of Oak Grove, I think back in 2007, we had almost 1,000 kids, and that was deemed as too high for the elementary level. So Spring Valley was built and established, and so I transferred here, and that was one of the hardest things that I ever had to do. Only because Oak Grove was familiar to me. Like some of the staff was still there when I was a kid, when you was a child. So it was history for me. But um, once I got here, it was still the same. I still saw people who I grew up with, my classmates, their kids, some of your classmates' kids. So it was still a family oriented thing. And that's big for me. I'm a family oriented person. So when a parent's child steps in my class, we're automatically family. We're family until whenever. The
Right.
first group of kids that we had at Spring Valley, they're freshmen in college this year. So I've been keeping in contact with those parents, and they've been sharing me their children's lives. So I'm excited for them. But this is definitely a job. If you're not made for it, don't come upon and take it on, because this generation is a whole different breed. But you have to have a love for the kids. You have to be patient and those things. And that is one thing that I am. I'm patient, but I'm firm. Some of my coworkers call me the quiet storm, the drill sergeant. I have several nicknames here, but all those things ring true. So definitely excited to be on here. This is my first interview, so.
Okay, well, listen, I mean, I said I'm gonna get on here and interview somebody. I definitely want to interview you first, once I get this whole thing rocking and rolling. But what I also wanted to ask, I got a whole bunch of questions.
Let's go.
But we all know last year, we were in a pandemic, and it's COVID. And hey, everybody, thanks for joining. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Trees. Hey, Deidre says, hey, Rita. I don't know if you can see the
Hey,
comment.
no, I can't see anything. Hey, y'all.
So, basically the pandemic happened last year, and this 2020. I mean, look, I did my home buyer seminar that February. We went to Philly in February. We did a whole lot of stuff at the beginning of last year, and then boom, bam, bang. And congrats to you, because you purchased your first home at the
I
beginning
did.
of 2020 as well. We closed in March. So
Yep.
then next thing you know, what, a week and a half later, we was just like, what? We got what going on? It's a virus. Like, what is it? It's killing people. We going to the
Everything shut
hospital.
down.
One of
Everything
the
shut
biggest
down.
shutdowns that we've experienced in our lives. And you as a teacher, I always tell people it affected you guys a lot. So that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this interview with you. I not only know that it affects the teachers, but I know it did your students as well. How did you feel, and how did the school year go for you as an educator?
If I can be honest, it was very I had kind of like a mental breakdown a little bit, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I love this job with a strong passion. And so I guess since I grew up in the 80s and 90s, I'm considered old school. That's what my kids tell me. But just having that hands-on, I love to greet my kids, whether it's dap, hugs, just the conversation that we could have in person. All that changed for me. And then not only that, but the kids had to adapt to learning virtually.
Right.
And if I can be honest, that is not made for all children. All children do not learn the same. Therefore, you have some kids who are high flyers, you have kids that are in the middle, and then you have kids that are at the bottom. So for some kids, it did not work. And that was the stressful part. I felt like I could not reach my kids like how I wanted to effectively because we were not together. We were not together. It was hard for the parents. I think in the beginning, towards the end of 2019, 2020, I got a brand new student. I had her for 1 week and we got out. And once we transitioned online, I never saw her. And she was one of my kids who needed that extra support.
Right.
So it was just, that is what stressed me out the most. Like I felt like a failure for the first time. I felt like I failed my kids because I could not reach their needs. I could not get to them, versus being in person. And then also we saw test scores fluctuated. I could go on and on about the politics piece, but I ain't gonna. Yeah, but
yeah, all day.
Yeah, we kind of had to fight, for different things. But, at the end of the day, I had to make sure that I was able to teach my kids. So mentally, I went downhill. I had insomnia real bad. There were some nights when I only slept for 2 hours, 3 hours. I was also dealing with some personal issues. I was coming out of a depressed state as well. But to a sense, the pandemic helped me with that, come all the way out of that state. But then not having my kids with me, that kind of sunk me down a little bit. So definitely some highs and lows during the pandemic.
I can't imagine at all. So what at Spring Valley, how long were you guys doing virtual school? Because I remember you started working from home, but how long was that process?
We officially started, let me see, the third week of March of 2020 is when we started. And then when we approached August 2020, we thought that we were going to come back. So we were able to come into the building for a short period of time. And then once the cases kept going up and everything was still shut down, it was a no. So we came back this year, March 15th. So we were actually out for a full year.
And when you say out, you mean like no in school, anything. You did everything virtual.
No in school. Everything was virtual. Our open house for fall 2021 was virtual. We did not get to meet our kids or anything. The only time that we met them in person was when they came to pick up their Chromebooks and their supplies that they needed that we prepared for them. So we only saw them maybe 3 times out the year until we came back in March of this year.
I can't imagine. Oh Lord,
it was hard. Let me tell you,
going through that with all those children, because you teach 2nd grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was hard.
So what's the buzz now? So I titled this Back to School Buzz. What's the buzz? I don't know what you can and can't share to the entire our Durhamites out here.
I can share a little bit. I can share what they've been sending out to us, because I'm a parent. My daughter goes here. So the information that the district has put out, I've gotten as a parent and as a staff member. But so far, to my knowledge, we will be starting back August 24th, which is almost here. And even though the cases are rising here in Durham, just like how they are nationwide, I'm thinking they don't want the economy to dwindle down. So far, the year-round schools that have been in, I think in Durham, we have like maybe 3 or 4. So the cases that they've had, they shut the classrooms down only.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Now, when the traditional kids come back, not sure. But I do know, like, for example, today I was setting my classroom up and my principal already told me, Miss Tharrington, your desks aren't 3 feet. I thought they were. And I'm like, I ain't gonna have no room. Yeah. So instead of the 6 feet, we're going to 3 feet because we're at 100% capacity. But they want us to be sure that it's exactly 3 feet. Like, I really thought it was 3 feet. So now I'm trying to figure it out. Like, okay, what am I going to do now? But 3 feet distance, face masks are required, which I was glad, because I was kind of nervous about that. I mean, on the elementary level, you know, our babies aren't even old enough to even get a vaccine, but that's out the window because now people who are vaccinated, they're getting it as well. So, but I know right now, based on the cases that we have in the school system, it's not the adults that's getting it, it's the kids.
Wow.
So yeah, no teachers, it's just it's the children.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of daycares have had some scares, and
yeah,
it's really not the teachers.
Yeah,
like you're saying, but I know they I don't think the kids a certain age, was it less than 17 maybe, or is it 12?
No, it's 12 and under. No, I think 12 and up
can get
the vaccine. So if you're under 12, you cannot.
So all your students have to come in wearing their masks, and then so they have to be 3 feet apart.
Yeah, they gave us.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, they one thing that me and my team are trying to figure out is how we're going to do lunch, because everybody has to face the same way. No one can sit across from each other. And our cafeteria tables have 12 seats on one side and 12 on the other. So we're trying to figure out
when we was young, those
and it's 2 grade levels per lunch period.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure this thing out, because I mean, right now, because right now I have 15 kids. So I would still have 3 kids who can't sit on the other side because the first side will be already full.
I'm hearing a buzz or something.
Huh?
I said I'm hearing a buzz. I think it's coming from your phone. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, now you sound like a robot. Say something else?
It's probably the internet connection.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm inside the building, so.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Hold on. Yeah, it sounds like you're a robot. But it's okay. We're all about making a mess and learning. But I feel like it's very extra robot-y though. It's making me feel like I'm in a movie.
Really?
Yeah. Mute your phone. Mute your microphone real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna let you finish what you were saying, but I got a couple questions. Oh, I was just told that they can hear you. We sound clear. So unmute and we'll have you answer these questions. It may be my phone. I have no idea. Okay, now you coming in clear. You coming in
Oh,
clear. So, all right. So we got a couple questions. I'll let you
okay.
finish what you were saying. I know you were saying about the cafeteria, and this question actually ties into that. So maybe you can finish answering it.
Okay.
It says, do you feel like there's going to be another shutdown? And it also says, yeah, do you feel like there's going to be another shutdown? Then will the
That's a hot
students will have to
topic.
go back home, or can they have lunch in the classrooms?
Yes, yes. That's
Okay.
one of the options. The kids can have lunch outside. I think classroom and outside. Based on the temperature setting, I'm thinking about actually doing picnic lunch style outside. But my classroom has ants in it every year. I can't stand it. So that's why I don't want my kids eating in my classroom.
How
But
many of y'all get pest control out there? Let me know if you need a pest control company. I know plenty of
we
those.
do, but you have to put a work order in to spray ants. But don't worry, my stuff is located right in my cabinet behind me. I take care of my own problems. But
Okay.
will we shut down again? That is the hot topic. Some of my coworkers, we're thinking maybe we'll come into Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas break. I'm trying not to think about it because my anxiety has already started to kick back up again.
And I know you ready for the kids to just come back.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I know safety is important. I do
yeah,
know that. I firmly believe that. However, even me, I I do better in person. Like virtually, it's so many cons to being virtual, and not even from a child's aspect. Like for example, the children's connection is not strong where they are.
right.
They may get dropped out of my Zoom. I've gotten dropped out a couple of times. I thought my kids were gonna leave, but I was gone for like 8 minutes, and by the time I got back home, they was like, "Miss Tharrington, are you okay? Like, what
Oh. How do
So
you
they say,
how do
they,
you feel that I'm sorry, how do you feel that the children did when they were working from home? I know my best friend has kids and I would watch her daughter. She would be sitting there and I'm just like, are you paying attention?
they
How
did
do
not.
you feel?
Honestly, they were not focused.
Yeah.
Now I had 18 kids. No, excuse me, 16. And out of my 16, I probably had only two students that was focused the whole time. And I wasn't upset because I know that's normal.
Yeah.
It was something different for them. So I had to try to find different activities to incorporate to get their attention, to keep them interested in what we were doing. But like I said, I mean, some of my kids, they told me, Miss Tharrington, I stay around a lot of trees, like I'm going in and out. Um, so academic wise, it was not good. I had one parent and I respect her to the highest. She told me she did all her doors work. I couldn't do nothing but respect her. I couldn't do nothing but respect her. And that was another thing. A lot of well, I'm not gonna say a lot. I guess some of the parents were worried about making sure that their child got their work done. It's all right. It's a pandemic. And that's what I had to keep stressing. But I already knew that. I could tell by these big words, stuff that I haven't even taught the kids. But I truly respect her because she was able to tell me that. And so when
Yeah.
her child came back in, like when the kids came back in person, we already knew, okay, you had help because their true work showed that they needed me. They
Yeah.
needed help. But by the time we got to June, those kids that did come in person, they showed a lot of growth. But virtually, the parents helped them. I mean, I understand. I couldn't help my daughter. You know, she had her own schedule and I had mine. And so I couldn't help my child. But when I could, I never did her work for her. But I mean, as a parent, I know that's hard because you want your child to get the passing grades. But I told my parents it's a pandemic. A lot of
Yeah.
that stuff, it didn't really count. They didn't count the
And
EOGs.
they shouldn't have counted like
Mm-mm,
that was a whole
mm-mm.
situation for not just, people that have children and people that for me as an adult, like I had to adjust. I'm an outgoing person. I like to be out and be seen and doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle for me.
Oh, I
But
see everybody's comments now.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just now showing them to you. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
such a
okay. It's okay.
they're all coming in like late, coming in hot, but they are there. So, but yeah, I can't imagine. And it was brave of you to even share that one of your students' parents. And it's okay. I'm sure a lot
Shout
of
out to the parents.
parents
Shout
had to
out
do
to
what they had to do. This is a learning experience in a situation
them.
that nobody was familiar with or used to in general. So,
Yeah.
but as an educator, I was about to say, look, you want to give us a tour of your classroom? Like, I know
Look,
you've been talking
I
about you
really
got to go to
can't,
fifth
but
grade stuff.
everything is not up. You probably can't see because I can't turn my phone around. But I mean, oh, that's my messy table, but
Ooh, look.
that's my door over there. But like, look at my desk. They said it was still too close. I don't know what I'm
Oh,
gonna
let me
do.
see. How many feet you had to be? 3 feet?
3 feet. My principal said I need to space them out a little bit more.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll do that. You got your little helper, Jaleesa, in the back.
She ain't touching nothing. That's my
Okay,
OPD.
Jaleesa. But and what grade will she be in this year? I should know, but I'm just asking.
Lisa will be a fifth grader.
Oh my goodness, you got a fifth grader. Now, what's the
Hmm.
scoop on her? Is she still at Spring Valley with you guys?
Yes, she's still here with me.
And she's
She
ready to come back in too?
she's
Look, we
ready
can
to
be
come
talking to
back.
her too. Feel free to
She did not like virtual learning
feel free
for
to
her
let her
because
share
she's
her experience if you're okay with her sharing her experience. Think she gonna get
Jalisa,
you?
do you want to share your experience? Oh, never mind. She in her
You
own
already said
world.
no?
Do you want to share your experience about virtual learning? No, I didn't think so. Here,
Here, come speak to the camera. Don't be shy.
so I tell
We can
you,
hear her voice
she
if she say it. She's standing
she
with us.
she had she didn't like it. She's a people person. She likes to talk and she has a lot of questions and things like of that nature. But it was hard for her. She actually had a breakdown herself.
Oh,
That was her first time ever yelling at me and getting away with it. But she was stressed
yeah.
because of by her being in fourth grade, her workload was heavier than what I do in second grade.
Hey, cousin Tyrone. What's up?
Hey, so when she was trying to work and if it was something that she didn't understand, that was her frustration.
Yeah,
Like she would want to come to get my help and she couldn't because I was teaching. So
right.
like when they had their breaks and things like that, if she doesn't know what she's doing, she wants help. And if she doesn't understand it, she's not gonna go forward with the next thing. That's just her. That's how she learns. And but yeah, she had a breakdown saying that she hated school, she hated being online.
Oh,
It was too much for her. She couldn't think at times. So it was a lot. It was a lot for her. But kudos because she showed growth tremendously.
well, and not only this, I'm just thinking about in the long term aspect of things.
Mhm.
These children, our nieces and nephews, your child, other people's kids, they're going to be able to tell their children about this one day. This is not something we even had to experience. Lord knows, I don't know how we would have handled it. And to say that we got our future presidents and leaders out here
It would
that's
have been
going through it
hard
now, I mean, they're
because
going to be able to share the story. Yeah, we went
technology
through that.
definitely wasn't big. Technology wasn't big back then.
Yeah, and
We
I'm
didn't
just
have
thinking about
Chromebooks.
it.
We didn't have Chromebooks.
We didn't have laptops either.
Mhm.
And I feel like when I think I was in, what was Miss Hamadula's class at Southern, and
Mhm.
I think it was her class. Well, that's where I learned how to type the most
Mhm.
in her class, in that class that I took there. And
There was no Zoom.
there was no Zoom, no
There was
video,
no
no
Google.
nothing. I mean, we
Google
had,
didn't come out until the late 90s.
so things happen for a reason, and I'm thankful
Yeah.
for God that things are shaping up to be a little bit different these days. Even though I hear there's a new variant out there, but please
Mhm.
know that I want to thank you for coming on here and talking with us.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions before we go? Please put them in the chat. We can see them. But thank you, and for all the educators that are out there that's doing a marvelous job despite the circumstances. I want to
Mhm.
say thank you and thank all your colleagues. Please thank you,
Sure
girl.
will. I
What's
will.
her name?
Miss Draper.
All of them. Miss Raper's still
Yeah.
out there teaching. Lord bless her soul. She's still out there teaching. Oh my gosh. So tell all of them that we said thank you, especially me
Mhm.
from the bottom of my heart, because I can't imagine what you guys have went through and what you're getting ready to go through as the new year
Mhm.
approaches.
And I
Um,
have to say, shout out to the parents because the
yeah,
parents actually became teachers and they saw what we go through.
y'all
Like when the
better
kids
enjoy
came
those
back,
government checks.
I
That
had
wasn't
so many parents
funny,
was like,
but
Miss Tharrington, they
well,
coming back. I thank God for you. You were right about my child all along. Like I got so like it was just they were
Look,
ready for the kids to come back. Some of
if I
them.
was a parent and I was getting these little checks the government sending out, this is my pay for teaching last year. That's because I can't imagine. Like, I mean, granted, it's your job as a parent to help your children with their homework. Let's go ahead on and put that out there.
Absolutely.
That's your job. It's
We would have held
sure.
back until after the pandemic.
So,
Probably would have, Destiny.
yeah,
Probably would have.
yeah. All the teachers helping everywhere, no matter where you are on the globe. Like, just thank you all. This video gets out there to everybody all over. I'm be appreciative of that. You guys, please share the video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. But yeah, thank you guys for just doing what you guys do. You guys
Always.
are first respond on the first responders list. I'm sorry, y'all just are. And we got a lot of people coming in, the teachers.
Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much. Definitely not a full-time job.
Full-time. I wouldn't want it either. I'm gonna say it takes a special kind of person. Just how I feel like about doctors and nurses, police officers, all of it. Everything y'all do, it takes a special kind of person to do these type of jobs. It's just not for the faint at heart. I'm sure there were some teachers and people who jump ship and switch careers. That's fine. Find what works for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what you need to do. But I feel like you guys have done a great job. I'm not a parent, so I don't know if I could have been able to handle it. I'm sitting here trying to learn how to run a business, and I'm enjoying learning it. But a lot of my learning has been virtual as well. So, but I really appreciate you taking the time out and giving us some buzz about school and
y'all
just letting us know from a teacher standpoint how you felt and what you've been through so far during the pandemic. I'm praying that you guys have a successful school year this year. Hopefully there won't be another shutdown, but there is, we got
to prepare for it.
You prepare for it?
Yeah, we have to prepare for in person, and then we also we've been told to go ahead and to prepare for possible virtual. So I done got all my stuff ready for online. It's just a matter of if it happens, just go in and plug everything in.
That is perfect. Well, I'm happy to hear that, and I'm sure you continue to be the best teacher that you can be. And we're gonna go ahead on and end it right here.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna have you hold on for a second before you hang up. Once I end the broadcast, it'll just be you and I in the window.
Okay.
I'm telling the secrets to StreamYard, but it's no secret. We got a backstage area where we are before the meeting starts. So, but yeah, prayers, and success.
Yes. Send them all.
Every student, every parent. I know the parents probably gonna be shocked when them kids get on the school bus. But I pray that y'all can stay in school for as long as y'all can without all these issues coming up.
Yeah.
But of course, we gotta see what everything's going on, and people, wear your mask, whether you're vaccinated or not. Just wear your mask. At the end of the day, stay 6 feet. Getting a sense of normalcy is like it's slightly around the corner. We're not all the way there. We got to take step by step.
Not with this new variant.
I know, and I don't have cable, so I'm learning from the articles I read or people that tell me day to day on something new, because I want to know myself. But anyway, I won't keep you any further. I know you got a lot to do. Although school's not in, but you look like you're getting prepared and ready for the students to come. When do y'all start school again?
We start traditional schools here in Durham start on August 24th.
Okay. All righty. Well, much success to you all, and thank you for joining me again.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I said I see you in the backstage.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.